Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of WP the Podcast. I'm David Blackman.
I'm Tim Streifler.
Today, in episode 768, we're going to talk about the best way to get past decision paralysis and overthinking. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Tim, I think we should bottle this episode. We could probably become millionaires.
There we go. Yeah.
But we're giving it away for free.
Yeah, definitely. And if you missed yesterday's episode, we recommend going back and listening to it because we talked about the best ways to get started creating online. And I don't want to give away the tagline, but basically that's kind of what led into this discussion of decision paralysis and overthinking and stuff. And so, yeah, definitely listen to that if you haven't already. Sometimes we do 2-part episodes, and I guess this is kind of like that. They're covering two different topics, but they're related. So, and I guess in case you don't know, decision paralysis is when you have all these different decisions to make, and it gives you decision fatigue, decision paralysis. You can't, figure out what you want to do because there's too many options, right? And then overthinking is basically that the whole premise of thinking too much rather than just doing. You spend too much time thinking and trying to get everything perfect and stuff. And so, yeah, that's it. So, David, I know this isn't something that you typically struggle with, as we talked about in yesterday's episode. You are more of the ready, fire, aim personality, which has done really well for you. But any ideas? Is there a time where you do kind of have decision paralysis and you do overthink?
There is. I do also suffer from, and I think most entrepreneurs probably suffer from this, and maybe mine's just not as a high threshold as most, but like perfectionism, having to have everything perfect and stuff. So as you said, I am a ready, shoot, aim. I've never really had an issue. If I see a good idea and I think it's a good idea, I just go with it. And let me tell you, there's pitfalls for having that mentality as well, but it's served me really, really well most of my life with that kind of philosophy. But it doesn't mean that it always works and stuff. You ask my team what they think, because I'm the crazy entrepreneur that's always coming with another idea of what we can do and how we need to. And they're just like, but we got 25 million other things on our plate that we're working on too. Yeah, but this is a good one, so it's not always great.
Yeah.
But it is. And one of the areas that I really kind of, and I alluded to and talked about a little bit yesterday was, my entertainment is vlogging, is watching vlogs on YouTube. I love YouTube because, and TikTok, because I can tune into things that I'm really passionate about and that I am, that I enjoy. So like I'm a digital nomad. I full time in my Airstream 23-foot flying cloud. I travel around the country. I work in nature a lot, and I absolutely love doing that. Well, I watch people on YouTube and stuff that do that, but they document their journey. And I would love to do that as well, and it's just not been, I haven't found a way that fits for me yet. I think I'm close, but I haven't been willing to do some of the things that I would need to do to be really successful at that. And I think first of all, one of the things Tim asked me a question, what are one of the things that you can do? I think the most important thing that you can do is mindset. You need to have a proper mindset, and not everything doesn't have to be perfect. You can just go. So, for whatever reason, I haven't started this personal thing, whether it's I don't have the best camera, I'm not shooting 8K film, I want it to be the most amazing, inspiring footage out there, or whether it's like, holy crap, I've put on 40 pounds in COVID. I don't want anybody to see I'm a little bit overweight and stuff. And when I say mindset, you know what? This really, really helps me. First of all, you shouldn't care about what other people think about you. You need to just live your best life. But in saying that, I realize for myself when I go and I consume content, I'm not going because of the way that they look. I'm not going because of, you know, um, for these external reasons. I'm going because I enjoy the journey that they're on. I'm connected with them in some, certain way that makes me want to go back and watch them, which brings me to second. It's not really a tip, but it's more of an understanding and maybe flows into mindset. I personally believe that human beings, and it's scientifically proven too, we're energy, we're atoms and protons, and we have a charge and stuff, our emotions and everything. So I feel like we are all on our own individual frequency. And I may say something that you resonate with, and Tim may say it the same exact thing, and you may not be able to hear it from Tim. Don't you find that kind of interesting how one person can say one thing and another person can say the exactly same thing, but you can't hear it from this guy, but you hear it loud and clear from this person? Well, I think it's because we're on our own frequency, and there are other people out there energetically that we're on each other's frequencies. So if you're going to produce content and if you're going to do stuff and get over that hurdle, know that energetically the people that are going to connect with you and be on your frequency are out there. No matter what you look like, no matter what you sound like, no matter how professional your gear or quality is, they're going to connect and want to follow you and stuff. So I'm telling this to myself, Tim, so I can pump myself up and start
Yeah.
this nomadic AF vlog.
Yeah, for sure. So my big tip for getting past decision paralysis and overthinking, and this is something I have to remind myself to do, is it's when I'm in that state of like planning and strategizing and trying to figure out, okay, oftentimes what I'll do is I'll create a plan. And sometimes it's just a mental plan. And then I'll go to do it and then I'll overthink and rethink the plan. And so what I'm getting in the habit of trying to do is writing everything down, planning it out in notes, on my phone, or I use Evernote. And then this is the big one, is not just getting it down on paper, but sticking with it. Because what I tend to do, right, and this is classic overthinker, is I come up with a plan like, this is great. And then the next day I go to start implementing. Well, now I think through the plan again, and then I rethink it and stuff. And then it's like, well, what if I did this? And I like try to like improve it and stuff. It's like, no. Planning is over. I need to just implement now. And so that is something that I tend to do. And I'm sure there's others that can relate to that, where you're like, okay, I'm going to create a plan. That way I can stop overthinking. Right. And then you create the plan, and then you recreate the plan, and then you overthink the plan, and then you improve the plan, you optimize the plan, and you re-optimize the plan. And it's just a never ending cycle of not implementing. So
I'm that way with writing. I feel like I've told myself, again, back to mindset, I've told myself for years that I'm not a good writer, and the reality is that I think we're probably all good writers. We all have our story, and, I think our stories need to be told and stuff. And it's just getting it down. When you were talking, I was like, yeah, I'll write something and then I'll go back and proofread it. And then I'll just rewrite the whole thing to where I've got myself so screwed up in this thought process of redoing this writing so it can be perfect, to where I never even finish it because I'm like frustrated, and it's 2 hours later and I ain't got nothing past the first paragraph because it's not perfect, So I like the idea of planning, writing it down and planning. I do think that helps and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
and then sticking with it, because it's almost like, I don't trust myself. So then I'm like, oh, well, I need to make sure this is the best course of action, and this is the best way to do it, or, whatever it may be. So then I rethink, but it's like, no. I put this down for a reason. I need to trust myself and just do,
Yeah. And if it doesn't work, then go back and redo it and stuff. So, which is what I do with just about everything business wise, is like, I just go and do and then fix it. If it needs to be fixed on the backside, we fix it,
Yeah.
So yeah, well, good.
Exactly.
I hope you got some value out of this episode. I'm not really sure that we helped you getting past decision paralysis or overthinking. And maybe we've just got you thinking even more. Who knows?
Yeah. Here's the secret to stop overthinking. Stop overthinking. That's it.
That's
Stop.
That's the
Quit
secret. That's right. All right.
Uh,
Tomorrow we've got another great topic. We do we need to cover anything else, Tim?
no, that's it. I'm good.
All right. How to work remotely from anywhere in the world. Until tomorrow, we'll see you then.
Take care. Bye bye.